Hey beauties! Welcome back to the channel. It's me, Riri, and today's video is going to be a foundation review. Alright beauties, so before we begin, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and tap the notification bell so that you are notified of any future uploads. Also, don't forget about that little join button down below so that you can become a dreamer. Today's video is super exciting. I'm going to be testing out the new Avon Cashmere Complexion Foundation and Concealer. I do sell Avon, but it is not something that I obviously promote or speak of very often here on my channel. But if you ever were interested in anything, ever had any questions, you can always message me on Instagram, Rain, and my link for my Avon is down below at all times. I have loved Avon since I was a little girl. My mom used to buy the little jewelry sets and things like that at Easter and Christmas. I very fondly remember taking baths in Skin So Soft bubble bath that my mother is still obsessed with to this day. I have tried quite a bit of Avon makeup. I do absolutely love their eyeliners. I have since I was in high school. But they've really stepped it up. They've really brought in some new brands and are kind of trying to rebrand things there. And this Cashmere Complexion line looks incredible. So we're going to go over deets and we'll test it out. Again, I know a lot of people don't like MLMs. I think the beef is more so with the companies. I've had issues with a company in the past that I attempted to work for, but I am never going to step on anybody's toes. I'm never going to shit talk somebody who is genuinely trying to better themselves and or trying to provide for their family. This is not something, again, that I promote or that I throw out there all the time, but I am proud that I sell Avon and I am proud of the product, and I am a long time, user / wearer of many different products. The facial hair remover cream and the body hair remover cream I buy monthly. So yeah, I'm very excited. So let's jump into deets. The foundation is $32. It is actually on sale right now for $24.50 and it comes in 30 shades. I did get the shade Macadamia in the foundation. The concealer is $22 and it is on sale for $16. It comes in 12 shades. And I definitely misspoke in my video where I did my massive haul because I thought that I had the shade Macadamia in both of these. I have Macadamia in the foundation and Macaroon in the concealer. So this is what they look like. I think off tops, even just the outer packaging is very sleek, very nice. And when I did my haul, I was actually blown away by the packaging. So let's unpackage these. So the actual foundation is a frosted glass bottle and it feels heavy, very heavy. And then you can see the branding, and then it has a very simple font that says Cashmere Complexion. I do like the top of it, and oh, massive, very large doe foot. I do not mind a doe foot applicator. Of course, if you are a working makeup artist or something like that, you have acne breakouts, active breakouts, you may want to obviously be cautious and maybe put it to your hand first, then apply. The concealer is the same way, except this is plastic. Again, just kind of very simple branding, and I think they both look really nice. So before we begin, I am going to dive in with my ColourPop Pretty Fresh Hydrating Hyaluronic Acid Primer. I've been using this for a very long time. I really enjoy it, and it is very hydrating. It feels really nice on the skin. It's light. It doesn't have any kind of weird stick to it or anything like that. And it smells really nice. If you have an aversion to coconut, I wouldn't recommend it. I feel like the coconut in here is more of a natural coconut. It doesn't smell, over chemically or anything like that. I enjoy this primer a whole lot. Obviously, it's almost gone. We're going to make sure we're hydrated before we begin. So while I'm waiting for the primer to kind of sink in and become one with the skin, I will read a little bit about this. It does say, look flawless for 24 hours with our luxurious full coverage foundation. The unique coated pigments glide on smoothly and hug the skin for exceptional comfort and wear, while optical diffusers blur imperfections. This breathable formula absorbs oil, providing a gorgeous velvet matte finish that stays perfect all day. Prep and prime the skin for best results. Allow ample time for serums, moisturizers, etc. to properly go into the face. Superb performance wear and skin caring ingredients take your foundation experience to the next level. Flexible coverage from full to sheer. Infused with antioxidants, vitamin E, butterfly lavender, and artichoke extracts. 24-hour wear. Water resistant, free of fragrance and parabens, and it is also vegan. So I'm excited, and it is a standard 30 ml or 1 fluid ounce. I'm gonna start by saying I feel like $32 and $22, the kind of regular pricing, for me seems a little bit high. That is definitely up there with more obviously high-end pricing, you know, Too Faced, things like that. But off first impressions based on just the component, it does feel well made. So let's shake her up. I feel like everything has sat on my skin long enough. I think we're primed. I think we're definitely hydrated. And yes, I am not the full coverage matte formulation type of a person, but I definitely feel like being well prepped and having moisturized skin is going to give me a good idea or a good indication of if it's a good product. So I'm going to go in. We're going to smell her first. We know I always smell stuff. I'm smelling a very, very light, soft, almost perfumed fragrance. Ooh, that feels nice. I'm gonna do a little tiny bit at first because I don't know obviously how much to use yet. And we're gonna go in. I always stipple first, kind of in the areas where I need the extra coverage. You guys know I'm a less is more beauty. I do not put coverage where I don't need it. So I'm gonna stipple. And then kind of softly start diffusing it out. I don't feel like that gave me much, so I'm gonna obviously go back in, which is strange for me because I don't often do that. It feels nice thus far. The scent is really pretty. I'm not seeing full coverage. But we're gonna see, we're gonna see. We're gonna be fair. It is pretty though. And of course we'll see, does it dry down super, super matte? We will do a wear test. We wear this as long as possible. So definitely covers all my redness. There are a couple little spots, little friends, some friends that were not invited to my party. A couple of them are showing. Let me read this again. Let me read this again. Luxurious full coverage. Avon, I'm not seeing full coverage, girl. I am not. I'm gonna put a tiny little bit more. Hopefully I don't end up cakey. I'm kind of scared. And then I'm gonna use a little bit of spray. I always do this, you guys know this. And I'm gonna press it the rest of the way out with a sponge. Okay, it is buildable, I will agree with that, and it is not thus far looking cakey or anything like that. It's not full coverage, you guys, until you build it up. And keep in mind, I am very well hydrated, so we will see what happens as far as being too matte or anything like that. It does have a really pretty finish. If it kind of stays like this, yes, it's matte, but it's not over drying, if that makes any sense. Huh, okay, so far so good. The color's good. It's slightly light just for right now, but we know we're heading into the winter months, so I think it's gonna be beautiful. So we will get up close and personal, as I always do, darlings. Before. And after. And I'm actually looking in the mirror that I have down here has a regular mirror and then a 2x magnification, a 5 and a 10. So I'm looking up close. It is definitely clinging right there to that little dry area. As well as a little bit right through here. Shockingly, not really around my nose or above my brows. I'm actually quite shocked by that because typically that is where it will cling. It just got maybe like a little bit bunched up right here. I think the coverage is pretty. Again, I think to get full coverage, you're definitely gonna have to build it up some more. All right, I think it's pretty. So let's do the other side. I like the texture of it too. It feels like it has kind of a little bit of a slip to it. It almost kind of reminds me of like the Rare Beauty a little bit in regards to just kind of like texture. It feels really nice. I do really like this big old fat dough applicator though. So again, I'm gonna stipple. And then now that everything's kind of pushed into place, I then pull the product outward and kind of buff into the perimeter of my face. I don't, you know, again, I don't put product where I don't need it at, and I don't really need the extra product out here. I will say, for it being a more matte type of formulation, it doesn't feel like it's a matte type of formula on me. You know, I don't have that weird tight, like when you go like this and you can really feel the foundation and feel, I guess, the dryness or the mattifying properties to it. It doesn't feel like that. The scent is lovely. I like the way it smells. Huh. Yeah. Definitely seeing some, you know, a little bit of stuff kind of peeking through. Let's try to add a little bit more coverage right there. Yeah, it's not full coverage. It's not full coverage. It's beautiful coverage though. You guys know that, I mean, this is more than enough for me, for sure. Okay, we're gonna see how it sets down, and I'm gonna go into the concealer. Again, the shade that I got in the concealer was Macaroon, and the foundation is Macadamia. So let's see what this looks like. I don't really like these kind of applicators, you guys. Even though I do like the flexibility of them, I prefer a more standard doe foot. But let's get, oh, that's light. Okay, that's fine. Oh God. And I don't smell anything. Okay, that's nice. I hope this looks pretty. So I don't smell anything. That's good. We're gonna go in first with a little sponge like I usually do and start pressing it out. My favorite concealer these past couple months has been the Kokie Be Bright. Oh, it is a fabulous, fabulous, fabulous concealer, especially if you are somebody like myself that you are more mature, you like a lighter formulation, a lighter texture. It's beautiful. It's really lovely. I do also like the Rare Beauty one. Oh, okay. Again, it's not full coverage. I definitely see a lot of like blue still, but it's pretty and it's enough for me. I'm gonna go on a limb here though and say that if you are a full coverage person, this may not be enough for you. Oh, but it's pretty. Okay, I think I like the concealer a lot so far. And then we're going to keep the eyes relaxed. I'm going to go into my Becca Hydra Mist powder and very lightly set under the eyes. And I kind of just push the product in and just kind of press. And then you guys know I instantly wipe the powder away. That wonderful dry skin of mine. All right. So far, so good. It's not emphasizing any texture, but it is clinging just slightly right in here and a little bit right here. Again, this is supposed to be more mattifying foundation though. So I'm going to spray my face again, liberally. And then we're going to press everybody in very, very gently, very softly. All right, here, you were not invited to this party. I'm trying to look up close. Yeah, so far so good. Normally my nose is the very first place I will start to notice anything. Again, I mean, you guys know I have a lot of texture through here, so it's kind of going to show no matter what I wear. some foundations, obviously the formulation is going to show it a little bit more. I definitely do feel like I can see my texture more, and it feels like it's clinging, but it's pretty. It feels lightweight. I do like the scent of it. It's not full coverage based on just one layer, so just to note that. I'm on the fence so far, especially at a $32 price point. I feel like that's definitely up there in more high-end pricing. So I am going to do the rest of my face. So I will be back to show you the finished look, and that typically takes about an hour when I'm filming and doing kind of a full face. And then we'll do an update again tonight. Caleb just started his last class. I normally am starting to film around this time, so it is around 1:30ish. And I will come back again in a little bit, show you the full face, show you how it's playing with others, and then we'll come back later on for a wear test. So far, so good. It is pretty on the skin. It is definitely mattifying down some. We'll see what happens, so BRB. So we are back. It is 2:45 p.m., so this has been on for an hour and 15 minutes. Excuse the crazy look. You would have already seen this look prior to this video. So far, so good. Shockingly. And I've actually noticed the more that I wear it, it's definitely matte, guys. It's matte. But the more that I wear it, it actually is starting to look prettier and prettier and prettier. It has played really well with the other products that I've used. And I don't see, now that I've sprayed my face and it's sat on my face for a little while, I don't really see that it's clinging to any dryness anymore. I think it's really beautiful. I like the finish of it. I like the texture and consistency of it. Again, I don't feel like it's not super full coverage, but you can build it up, of course. I see just a tiny bit of just kind of settling or creasing right through here, which isn't super uncommon, especially for a more mattifying formulation. But so far I like it. So far I think it's really pretty. And again, we will do a check-in late tonight. So I'll see you guys again, and BRB. Hey beauties, it is 9:16 p.m. Coming in for a final check-in. Ignore my hair because mama fell asleep. I don't have this on a tripod or anything. We're just going to be short and sweet. Plus y'all can get up close and personal. I think it's beautiful. I definitely have a little bit of some natural oils peeking through, which y'all know I like. I will say this little wrinkle right through here has definitely settled in there. And again, showing just a little bit of texture, but I mean, I have dry textured skin. That's to be expected. But I think for almost 8 hours, it still looks really, really pretty. Again, I'm definitely going to say, I mean, maybe you could build it up even more. I don't feel like it's super full coverage. Definitely medium to buildable type of coverage, because it didn't, you know, hide everything. Of course, this is at 8 hours. But I think it looks really pretty. It didn't settle through here, through my nose lines. It didn't settle really badly through this little line right here. So I think overall, I like it. And I think it looks really, really beautiful. Speaking of beautiful, look at my eye makeup. It's still there, you guys. It's the Rebel Rouge Labs palette, and I think that it looks almost the exact same as when I first put it on. So I just wanted to get up close and personal, short and sweet, so you guys can see what is going on. I think it's a beautiful foundation. I will definitely wear it again. It is reminiscent to me in texture, in the way that probably by this point I have a little bit of oils kind of peeking through. Even in the level of coverage and stuff like that, the consistency and the texture of it, it reminds me of the Too Faced Born This Way, which is one of my holy grail foundations. So I will definitely be using this again. I really, really did enjoy it. I think at this point too, I got on the bike, I went walking in the backyard, I've cooked twice, so, you know, I get a little bit sweaty, of course, you know, I'm a big girl. But yeah, I think it looks beautiful. I really like it, so kudos to Avon. Again, my Avon link is always linked down below. I know that's not something that I talk about all the time, but it is down there if you guys ever did choose to use it. That is it, and I appreciate you beauties so, so much. Be your own best beautiful. Alright, beauties, before we dive on in, yeah!